Happy New Year! Yay! We made it, 2020. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, everybody out there.
Yeah.
Welcome to the first live streaming service at Unity in Naperville for 2021. My name is Rhonda Pignato. I'm going to be the service leader today. If you are new to Unity, our usual minister, Reverend Kitty Benson, is off today. We are blessed today to have two ministers help us out with the service. They are part of our Unity in Naperville family and are an integral part of our church, and they step up every time we need them, and we really appreciate them. They are I call them the dynamic duo because it's a husband and wife minister team. It's Mary Beth Spear and Michael Spear, and they many times work together. So thank you, Mary Beth. Thank you, Michael. And so you will be seeing Reverend Mary Beth Spear in a moment. She will be doing our opening prayer and invocation. And then Reverend Michael Spear will be doing our message and our meditation. They are New Thought ministers, and they have co-pastored some ministries for about 15 years. They've been married 25 years. They are part of our Unitic family, as I like to call it. We're all Unitics here. Unity in Naperville is an open-minded, spiritual community. We welcome all paths to God. We celebrate the human spirit, and we celebrate the God in each and every one of us. And at the top of the service, you'll hear more about this later, but for those of you who are part of our 40-day prosperity program, we were going to have a Zoom tonight. That'll be postponed. You'll hear more about that later, but I just wanted you to know right up front. And our band, which is one of the best bands in all of Unity, is called Highest Good. Welcome, guys. Happy 2021. And they help to lift our spirits. And 2021 is a year of renewal, renewed thoughts, renewed actions, and music is just a great way to lift us up. And we start our service here with some songs. So join in. If you don't know the words, they'll be up here on the screen. What are we singing first, guys?
How about Let It Rise?
Let It Rise. Yeah. Let us all rise to the occasion. Okay, go ahead. Thanks.
Here you go, guys. Good morning, everyone. Let's allow the joy to rise in our hearts, our souls. Let the joy of the Lord rise among us. Let the joy of the Lord rise among us. Let the praises that we sing rise among us. Let it rise. Let the light of the Lord rise among us. Let the light of the Lord rise among us. Let it shine from within and rise among us. Let it rise. Rise among us. Let the love in our hearts rise among us. Let it shine from within and rise among us. Let it rise. Oh, yeah. Let it rise. Let the joy of the Lord rise among us. Let the joy of the Lord rise among us. Let the praises that we sing rise among us. Let it rise. Yeah. And let it rise. Let it rise. little chorus there, the last note. My nail broke. Hey, no. May it be a year that our nails break. That we're so joyful and it's rising and we're so into it, right? Allow your nails to break.
That's right.
Allow your hair to go free. Do whatever you need. So join us in this next song. It's called Think Upon These Things. And as we move into this new year, it's all about choices, isn't it? What are we choosing to think, hold, feel, believe? Let it be things that lift us up, take us higher. My thoughts create
The world
I'm living in. The words take shape in the form I'm giving it. My thoughts
create the world
I'm living in. The words take shape in the form I'm giving it. So whatever is pure, whatever is right, whatever is beautiful in God's sight, whatever is good, whatever is kind, whatever loveliness I find. Oh, I think upon these things. 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 My thoughts create the world I'm living in. The words take shape in the form I'm giving it. So whatever is pure, whatever is right, whatever is beautiful in God's sight, whatever is good, whatever is kind, whatever loveliness I find. Oh, I think upon these things. 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 Whatever is pure, whatever is right, whatever is beautiful in God's sight, whatever is good, whatever is kind, whatever loveliness I find. Oh, I think upon these things. I think upon these things. I think upon these things. I think upon these things.
Good morning and Happy New Year, Happy 2021. I'm Mary Beth Spear, and it's my pleasure to be a Happy Unity in Naperville member, and I'm offering this morning's opening prayer. When I got up this morning thinking about what I wanted to share, something came to mind, a poem of mine, and I'm very much into poetry, and poetry is prayer. One of my favorite poems is one by Alfred Lord Tennyson. It's called In Memoriam, but it's actually, the title is Ring Out, Wild Bells. This poem, amazingly, was written in 1860. I invite you to close your eyes and listen to these words and marvel as I have at how relevant they are right now. Ring out, wild bells, to the wild sky, the flying cloud, the frosty light. The year is dying in the night. Ring out, wild bells, and let him die. Ring out the old, ring in the new. Ring, happy bells across the snow. The year is going, let him go. Ring out the false, ring in the true. Ring out the grief that saps the mind. For those that hear, we see no more. Ring out the feud of rich and poor. Ring in redress for all mankind. Ring out a slowly dying cause and ancient forms of party strife. Ring in the nobler modes of life with sweeter manners, purer laws. Ring out the want, the care, the sin, the faithless coldness of the times. Ring out my mournful rhymes, but ring the fuller minstrel in. Ring out false pride in place and blood, the civic slander and the spite. Ring in the love of truth and right. Ring in the common love of good. Ring out old shapes of foul disease. Ring out the narrowing lust of gold. Ring out the 1,000 wars of old. Ring in the 1,000 years of peace. Ring in the valiant man and free, the larger heart, the kindlier hand. Ring out the darkness of the land. Ring in the Christ that is to be. Thank you, God, and so it is. Amen. I invite you, if you will, to please join with me in saying our invocation today. The words will be on the screen. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God.
Thank you, Mary Beth. You know, if I had thought it through, the first song would have been Let It Ring. I could have changed it, right? Oh, well. Next time. But I'll tell you what, we're not going to change this next song. We've sung it many times together before. So same words. It's called Breathe In, Breathe Out. Breathe in, breathe out, release, allow. Breathe in, breathe in. Breath of life, carry away all that does not serve me anymore. breath of life move through me. You are all that I am longing for. Breathe in, breathe out, release. Allow, I open the window, I open the door. Breath of life, carry away all that does not serve me anymore. And sweep through this house, from ceiling to floor. Breath of life, move through me. You are all that I am longing for. I open the window, I open the door. Breath of life, carry away all that does not serve me anymore. And sweep through this house, from ceiling to floor. Breath of life, move through me. You are all that I am longing for. Breath of life, move through me. You are all that I am longing for.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here at Unity Naperville with you this morning. Again, I'm Michael Spear, and it's an honor to be with you on this New Year's Sunday, first Sunday of New Year's. What a great gift it is to be with you today. And I just love Mary Beth's poem she read before. It was so applicable to what is going on with us today, even though that poem was written, believe it or not, way back right before the Civil War. It's quite amazing. So I'd like to welcome each of you on this third day of the New Year's as we're going into a new journey in our lives, because that's really what's happened. Friday morning, you woke up and you embarked on a new journey. I embarked on a new journey on Friday morning. Each of us did. Like it or not, that's where we're at right now. We're in 2021. And for many of us, I know that leaving 2020 behind feels like a blessing, doesn't it? I can't tell you how many times I've gotten notes from people this year, emails that say, let's have a better 2021. First, I thought it was just one person speaking that, but then I started seeing it over and over and over again. The fact is that every day when we wake up, we're entering into a new space of possibility, a space of new possibilities every single day. There are opportunities that lie ahead in this day. Some of them we're not aware of, and many we are aware of. But today I have the honor of being right here, right now at Unity of Naperville to share this sacred day, to share the beginning of this year. And what a gift that truly is. I have the honor of speaking in this pulpit today for Reverend Kitty, who's given so much to us continuously throughout this last year and well before that and continuing going forward. What a great gift and honor that is. And I have the honor of being here with my beloved life, Mary Beth, with our wonderful crew that's here working today, with Kim, with our musicians, with everyone, with each of you, at least virtually. It's just a gift being here in a greater place of knowingness and realization, because that's what we do here on Sunday. We come together as one, even though we're far apart. Some of us across country, I know. I know my sister-in-law is probably watching us from California this morning. But we come together as one to let ourselves be in a greater place of knowingness and realization about the truths of life. So I feel blessed today. I feel absolutely blessed and duly grateful. By and large, I've continued to feel blessed on most days during this last year. I'm blessed to be able to spend time with Mary Beth and our family, to continue experiencing good health, to do work that I love to do, and to continue expressing prosperity. I know that many of us, however, have not experienced that same feeling of blessings every day. I know that many of us have experienced pain. Many of you watching this have probably experienced pain throughout portions of this year. It has been a challenging time for many people, and there's no question about that. We've experienced things that we've never imagined experiencing over the last year. And I too, even while I feel blessed, have my moments of sadness, of dismay, of fear and anxiety. As our friend Martha Creek always says, I'm only a thought away. Each of us are only a thought away. The bottom line is, though, that I made it through 2020. And if you're sitting here watching right now, you made it through 2020 also. So what I'd like you to do is just put your hand over your shoulder and give yourself a pat on the back, because you made it through 2020. And now we're ready to enter into the journey of this new year, and it is a journey. Several nights ago, Mary Beth and I watched a special with Robin Robbins on TV and guests that she had reviewing the events of 2020. And it was quite an amazing experience for us, quite honestly. These are things we'd seen throughout the year, but it was profound to watch it all again encapsulated in a 1-hour show, looking at all the events we've lived through over the last 12 months, and in many cases are still continuing to live. The big one, of course, COVID-19. Still hanging around, we're still dealing with it, but it's changed our lives profoundly, not just here in this country, but across the world. We've experienced and are still experiencing widespread economic hardships. We've experienced record-breaking wildfires, remember that, out in the West and in Colorado. It seems like that was 2 years ago, but that happened in 2020. We had 29 named storms, more than we've ever had before, the most on record, so many that we had to start using the Greek alphabet to name them. There were increased incidents of tornadoes and weather events. We've had civil unrest that woke this country and the entire planet to the need for social change and the realization that we don't live in a country that works for everyone, and in fact, we never really have. Change is on afoot. Change has been happening in ways that we've never seen before in the midst of all these other things going on, and it's a good thing. And did I mention, by the way, the political division that we've gone through? The elections and the overall craziness? Now think about it. This all happened in 2020. And to me, it feels like this, I'm talking about 3 years. That all happened over the last, 12 months, essentially. Even less than that in some cases. Oh my God, it feels like we've been going through this and going through it and going through it, doesn't it? And Mary Beth and I have also experienced sadness at times, great sadness over people that we've seen going through illnesses, COVID and other illnesses, and of course the loss of so many people. We've lost people in our own family. We've lost people in our own community, friends who have passed on this year, not all from COVID, some from other reasons, but it seems there's been a great deal of loss this year. Yet, we're all resilient. Like most of us, we've persevered through this. We're here today. We've carried on, and we continue to know, and I continue to know, that the events that took place in 2020 are giving way to a greater good. Even if we don't completely know at this point in time exactly what that good looks like, I trust and have absolute faith that the events that have gone on in 2020 and that are going on today are making way for a greater good to enter into our lives. If not for our spiritual foundation and understanding the Sundays that we spend together, even virtually here at Unity Naperville, the teachings of unity and religious science and other New Thought teachings, and the ongoing support of Reverend Kitty and so many other people, we could have easily gotten swallowed up by despair and fear this year. There's no question about it. I know that my spiritual foundation has continued to keep me strong throughout this year. It's continued to keep Mary Beth strong, and for most of us, it's continued to keep us strong and healthy. We did not succumb to the often frightening appearances surrounding us, and I know that most of you did not either. I believe our spiritual practices have allowed us to stay at a higher level, even in moments of sadness, fear, and despair. I found that I've been able to wake up each morning and honor the possibilities of this new day. And that's what I'm talking about today, is honoring this new year, but that starts with honoring the day. I've been able to wake up each day and honor the possibilities of each new day, and also take the lessons that I learned from yesterday. And there's been plenty of those to go around. I've had the experience of being able to look at what's kicking up for me as I watch things going on in the world around me. We've had times that it feels like we're constantly getting poked at every day with something in the environment. And the key is not to ignore it totally, but to pay attention to how it's impacting us. How does it impact me? What am I feeling about this? What am I believing about it? Because therein comes our power to change. This year has required constant vigilance and reminding myself that through God, all things are possible. If you're sitting there listening to us now, please join me in knowing that right now. Through God, all things are possible. When I stay in that state of mind, I can be moved beyond any appearances. Appearances and conditions in our life are real. They're out there, they're happening, the things around us are going on, but they have no power unto themselves. The only power in this universe and in my life is spirit. That is the only real power. We each have the power to transform our experience of life into something greater. I often affirm that because I'm not moved by appearances, appearances move for me. And let's know that together too. Because I'm not moved by appearances, appearances move for me. Two of the great people we lost this year were great examples of this truth. They lived by it. John Lewis and Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And I could go on with many, many more beyond them. But they both inspired so many of us to look into the face of conditions and events going on in the world around us and to know a greater truth. To know that there's something greater, that we can move past these conditions. We don't have to accept them as they are. We can know and do something greater. We can move our feet and make things happen. And we've seen that out through the demonstrations and the marches this year. People are no longer willing to sit back and just say, I'm willing to accept things as they are, because I know I have a power to change things around me. And those two people and so many others inspired us in that way to understand that and know it. And most of all, Mary Beth and I both believe, and we've spoken about this before, that this entire planet is in the midst of a great dissipative structure. A dissipative structure is a scientific principle that essentially says that in order for a new way of being, a new order of things to come into play, the old order must give way. It has to break apart. The foundations have to break down and vanish. In order for dissipative structure to take place, the two things must occur. There has to be perturbance and there has to be fragility. Have we seen a low perturbance this year? Have you felt perturbed at all? I'll tell you, I have at times. I think this whole nation and this whole planet has felt perturbed over so many things. Just dealing every day with the situations around coronavirus. And as I'm saying here, I'm the only one in this room. There's several of us here. Our wonderful Kim and Parker are here recording this right now. And Mary Beth is here, and they're all wearing masks. It's a constant reminder. Perturbance. And do we feel fragile? Fragility means we're willing to let something change in our lives. If we're not fragile, we're going to just be resisting, pushing back at things. But God knows I'm fragile and ready to see change take place. So between this perturbance and the fragility of everyone on this planet, I believe we're ready to have this dissipative structure take place, and it's already happening right in front of our eyes. Change is afoot. And I call this stuck thinking. If we're not willing to move past this and simply look at events going on in the world and not move around or not be willing to change our minds, I'm stuck. I've had many times over the last year, I think early in the year in particular, when I look at events, I say, well, what am I to do? How can I make a change? How can I do something here different? A year ago, I had a situation with my work, and I had my own consulting business for the last several years. And one of my largest clients, well, basically informed me that they were cutting way back on the amount of time they were going to be engaging me. And they had been a large client for me, a significant client. And all of a sudden, my revenue stream started dropping. Shockingly, as a matter of fact, it dropped significantly. Now, Mary Beth and I, rather than going there, if you will, and buying into the situation and naming it bad or getting totally demoralized, what did we do? We looked it in the face and we said, we're going to pray. We're going to name this good. And we did our spiritual practices every day around it. We continued to see that good was coming forth out of this situation. Again, a dissipative structure vanishing and ready to make good for something, make way for something even greater. So in other words, what I really did here is I continued to show up. I continued to act as if everything is well. And that's something we can do in every situation in our life. Act as if. I continued to give to this client, to spend time with this client just as I always had. In fact, I made investments. I didn't charge them for all my time. Rather than being angry at them or resentful, I said, I'm invested here and I'm going to help them to realize their success and their good, even if they're not in a position to pay me as they normally would. And as a result of that, things turned around. Things totally turned around. By the end of March, the situation with the client had totally stabilized to the point where it was even better than it was before. And then by November, they actually came to me and made me an offer to join them as a full-time employee, which I accepted. So, and I tell this story because it's a lesson in faith, really. It's a lesson in knowing that through God, all things are possible, that I don't have to buy into appearances. None of us have to buy into appearances in our life. I continue to do my spiritual work throughout this situation, and that's what we all need to do when we're faced with appearances and conditions that look like they're going to interfere with our good, because it's not true. It is true that they're out there. It is true that things are going on, but it's not true that it's going to stand in the way of my good, only if I buy into it. And I choose not to buy into it. I choose to know a greater truth. As the Master Teacher Jesus said, "It is done unto me as I believe." It is done unto you as you believe. Let's say that together. It is done unto me as I believe. So we need to know a greater truth, to know that something is unfolding in our life, an order of good is coming forth, and that I can choose, rather than diving into a place of despair or anxiety, I can choose to know that good is coming forth through this situation. I love that in recent weeks, Reverend Kitty at one of the services spoke about the movie It's a Wonderful Life. It's actually one of Mary Beth's and my favorite movies, and I do shed a tear every time I watch it. I have to admit, I'm one of those guys, I cry in movies now and then again. And we watch it several times a year. It's uplifting with rich lessons on how to focus on the good in our lives, isn't it? If you haven't seen that movie, and I think most of us have, but please do. It's still playing now. It's Christmas season, so to say, and you can still see that movie. In the final scene of the movie, we see George Bailey move beyond his fears of lack and limitation into a consciousness of greater good. He's gone through a nightmare, and he's woken up, basically. He had an epiphany. He woke up to see that greater good lay before him, and that he attracted it. He attracted people and friends to come forth and support him. But have you ever wondered about this? What happened to George the next day? What happened after all that went on? And he stood around that Christmas tree with Donna Reed and Zuzu and the little bell ringing, and the angel got his wings. But what happened the next day with George? He wakes up the next day and he's back in his life, fending off Mr. Potter, managing the little savings and loan, dealing with his drafty old house, which, by the way, was beautiful, and trying to ignore his old desires for travel that he never quite fulfilled. What happened with George at that point in time? Did he still wake up feeling blessed and excited to be in his life as we saw him at the end of that movie? What about the next week and the next month and the next year? As I said earlier, we're each only a thought away. We're each only a thought away, and there's nothing bad about that. We have moments in our lives of anxiety and doubt and fear and worry. I feel great today. I feel blessed today. Blessed and duly grateful to be in this moment. But as soon as I watch the news or hear of the passing of a friend, I can go there. I'm only a thought away. It's up to me to be the good shepherd of my thoughts. It doesn't mean that I don't acknowledge the fear or sadness or worry that I may sometimes feel. Or if I hear events on the news going on, I may go there. I can have those thoughts. I just don't allow myself to build a condo around them. That's the difference. It's okay to acknowledge things. In fact, we need to acknowledge our feelings. It's greatly important. Anyone who says in these teachings or others just to ignore them, it's not true. Those have to be acknowledged, but we have to know that we can have a greater idea and a greater thought that underlies those feelings, that underlies a belief within us. Many of the negative thoughts that jump into our minds are outpicturings of what the Buddhists refer to as monkey mind. Monkey mind is that part of our minds, that part of our thinking that jumps from fear to doubt to worry, from fear to doubt to worry. You can see it like a monkey jumping around. One of our teachers, Dr. Maria Nemeth, encouraged us to acknowledge the monkey mind, but not to feed it. Rather, turn our attention to something more interesting, our dreams, our goals, our aspirations. And when you do that, when we turn our face, our thinking, our minds towards our dreams, hopes, and aspirations, it's like the teacher Jesus said, we turn the other cheek. We look the other way. Instead of paying attention to the fear, doubt, and worry, we pay attention to what's meaningful in our life, what is pulling us forward. We're honoring the day. We're honoring the blessings in our life. we're being present in the moment when we do that. What better time to know this than right now at the new year? The new year is a time of physical demarcation, if you will, on this physical plane. When we say that, yes, every day is a brand new day, but today is sort of a drawing line. It's a new year. It's a time when we traditionally do our goals. We make plans for the new year. We decide how we're going to show up in this new year. How would it be to set goals and aspirations this year, knowing that with God and through God, all things are possible? How would that be? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you do if you knew you weren't bound by conditions of the coronavirus, of the economy, or of the political climate? What kinds of goals would you set for yourself? How would you show up today? Do you see how those can pull you right past the feelings of anxiety and limitation and anxiousness? This isn't wishful thinking. It's not a Pollyanna type of way of being, which some people would think, well, you're just being overly optimistic. This is scientific and spiritual thinking. They're principles, scientific and spiritual principles being used in the highest and greatest way that we could possibly use them. It's an understanding that it's God's good pleasure to have already given each of us the kingdom. But it's up to you and to me to accept that kingdom. It's already here, but we need to accept it for ourselves. God may grow the trees, but you and I have to plant the seeds. I'd like to leave you this morning with the last verse of the poem that Mary Beth read earlier, which was just profound. The last verse says, "Ring in the valiant person and free, the larger heart, the kindlier hand. Ring out the darkness of the land. Ring in the Christ that is to be." I honor this new day and the new year of 2021 as good for you, good for me, good for this entire country, and good for this entire planet. Please join me in prayer as we bring this into our minds and our hearts. I know right now that there is a power, a presence, an intelligence in this universe that I name and proclaim as good. This presence that I refer to as God is everywhere present. I accept and see and know right now with absolute faith and conviction that I am an expression of this power and presence, and so is everyone else. We live in a place of unity. There is only one. And I accept that this one is showing up in my life today as a presence of good. I accept and know right now that there is nothing and no one outside of myself that can stand in the way of this expression of good, because God is all there is. So as I express and embrace and embody this understanding and this truth, I bring it forth into my life in every area of my life, allowing me to move beyond the appearances that surround me. Yes, I understand and accept that there are things going on in the environment surrounding me. I understand that people may be struggling and challenged. I understand that I may face challenges and struggles. I understand that there are issues I may face. But I know Spirit is always moving through me, supporting me and providing for my good in every way. I see and know right now for this country and for this entire planet, starting right here, right now with myself, my family, my loved ones, this community, this church, and all the people around me in every way, people I work with. I know right now that an expression of good is unfolding. I see and know that people are healthy and provided for in every way. I see and know that there's plenty to go around, that people are provided for, that I am provided for. I see and know right now that wonderful good is coming forth in my relationships. And even while I may be connecting with people virtually, I see a growth, a connection, a level of intimacy that moves beyond the physical distance and uplifts me into something so much greater in my life. And I know right now that I am truly prosperous because God is my source, my substance, and my supply. So all that I need is richly, fully, and completely provided for. I trust in Spirit, the one source. So knowing this today, I accept that there is a wonderful moving going on in this life, in this universe, where everyone is accepted as an expression of God, where all people are respected and honored. And it starts right here with me, knowing that I respect and honor all people just as I know I am respected and honored. I am so grateful for the goodness of God that moves through me right now, the goodness of Spirit that uplifts me and provides for my every need today in health, wellness, completeness, prosperity, abundance. I accept that this life is good, truly good, and on this new year, I know that I am led, guided, and directed by Spirit to know my highest and greatest good, my goals, my aspirations, my dreams, and I know how to plant those seeds, and Spirit knows how to help them and literally make them unfold through me. So I give great thanks. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for the wonderful good that is unfolding in my life today, for the good unfolding through everyone in this country and on this entire planet. I see peace and I see love leading the way across this entire planet right now. For this I give thanks. Thank you, Spirit. And I release this word now as I accept and know that it is done, it is completed, and it is already fulfilled, pressed down and overflowing right here and right now. I let it be so by saying, and so it is. Amen.
Thank you so much, Mary Beth and Michael Spears, for that reminder on how to ring Christ into this new year. What a beautiful message, something that is a great way to start out this year. Now is the time in our service where we share in our tithes and our love offerings. There is a way to donate by clicking the donate button on your screen, whether you're watching on Facebook or on our live stream. If you are watching on a replay, you can go to unityinnaperville.org and you can donate on the website. You can also mail in your donation at Unity in Naperville, P.O. Box 9733, Naperville, Illinois 60567. We like to bless our offerings, so I ask that you out loud or silently say this along with me. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful. And now we have a special song.
When it's late December, dark and cold,
Where is the light?
and an old man year is bending low,
Where is the light?
when the sun runs off to bed too soon,
Where is the light?
and there's nothing but a skinny moon.
Where is the light?
Can you tell me where is the light? Where is the light? Where is the light? Oh, the light's inside of me. When it's dark each morning when I rise,
Where is the light?
and it's dark when my eggs are frying,
Where is the light?
and it's dark when off to work I go,
Where is the light?
and it's dark again when I get home.
Where is the light?
Can you tell me where is the light? Where is the light? Where is the light? Oh, the light's inside of me. It's in my skin, it's in my bones, it's in my heart, it's in my soul. That light of light, that's bright and golden like a summer day. When the sun goes missing in the sky, it's rising up in my eye, chasing all the winter gloom away. Well, I'm burning bright like kerosene,
Where is the light?
and I'm twinkling like the Pleiades,
Where is the light?
and I'm dancing like a candle flame,
Where is the light?
and I'm flaming like a fruit flambe.
Where is the light?
Can you tell me where is the light? Where is the light? Where is the light? Oh, the light's inside of me. Where is the light? Where is the light? Where is the light? Oh, the light's inside of me. 1, 2, 3, 4. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Let it Woohoo! All right, let it shine. What a great song. I'm so glad you guys did it again.
Thank you, Kevin Conlon.
You know what? I had a strange desire to jitterbug right in the middle of it. Yeah, Kevin, that was awesome. Awesome. Oh, what a great way to lift us up. Let our lights shine in 2021. This is great. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. Welcome to our live streaming service. We hope that something resonated with you, and if it did, we invite you to come back again. Our services are recorded, so you can watch some more services. We also have a lot of events going on during the week. I'm about to tell you what's going on this week. And if you want to be part of our Tuesday email blast, every Tuesday morning you get to learn what events are coming up that week and sometimes the week after. So go to unityinnaperville.org to sign up for that weekly e-news, or you can email admin@unityinnaperville.org and ask to be added to that list. Now, what's happening this week? Not much, just about maybe 20 things. But I'll go through them quick. Earlier in the service, I mentioned this. Reverend Kitty is running a 40-day prosperity program, and there was to be a Zoom call tonight. Reverend Kitty contacted me and said she's going to have to postpone it, and she said it was okay to share this with you. She's on her way now to see her mother and her family, as her mother is making her transition right around this time. So let us all keep them in our hearts and in our prayers, and see the light surrounding them as they all move into a new phase in their journey. And she will try to have it later this week, but watch your emails if you've been part of that 40-day prosperity program. I'm sure she will keep you advised. Next, every Tuesday and Thursday at noon, Kim Char and Cindy, this is Kim Char for those of you that are new, this is our music director, and her lovely spouse Cindy. They host lunch together online. It is a Zoom call. For those of you that are new, we have a channel called unitycommunityconnect.com. And when you go there, you sign up, and then there's a variety of channels you can go into. This is where we participate in a lot of our activities. It's a really cool platform, and it's easy to use. Don't be intimidated. And so there'll be a channel for Lunch Together Online, and you click on that, and then there's a tab on there to click into the Zoom call. So you can come in for the full lunch hour. You can just pop in to say hi, meet some new people. It's very casual. So just jump in and join in the fellowship.
Yes, please join us.
Next Saturday, 10 a.m., join our Energy of the Spirit class. This is done by Cindy Spies. It's a fun and easy way to do non-strenuous techniques to improve your overall energy. It helps to unblock your energy and have your energy flowing in the right direction, which is a good thing to do for the new year. It helps you with your ability to focus, sleep, your mood. To join that class next Saturday at 10 a.m., again, go to unitycommunityconnect.com and select the channel for Energy of Spirit, and then click into the Zoom call. The love offering for that is $10. 2021 event planning team is underway and trying to get ideas together, and they would love your input. Please email any event suggestions you have for the new year to admin@unityinnaperville.org, and they will go over them and try to pick some really cool stuff for us to do in the new year. And now we have a message about next week. What do you think that's all about, Kim Char?
Is it?
I don't know.
What could it be?
I really don't know, and I'm excited to find out. There's going to be a special presentation by the Unity Board of Directors next week during service, so please stay tuned. There's exciting plans ahead that they're putting into motion for Unity in Naperville for the new year. So please join us for next Sunday's service while they reveal their big news. And also then save the date for the upcoming events of the Crafter Circle on Friday, January 15th at 6:30. Check your e-news or event calendar at unityinnaperville.org for additional details. And a reminder about our prayer on call. We have prayer chaplains here at Unity in Naperville, and they are available for one-on-one support after the service today. So please email your name and phone number if you would like some confidential prayer and support from them. Email prayer@unityinnaperville.org. And a prayer chaplain will call you back by 1 p.m. So make sure to put your phone number in there and your name, and they will call you and they will pray with you. All right? And then finally, we have, drum roll please. we have our January birthday babies. Yay!
Birthday. Oh, look
Yeah.
at the pictures.
Yep.
Ronnie.
My birthday. Yeah. Well, my dad called me Ronnie, so I thought that'd be cute. When I was that age, that's what my dad would call me. And I love Kathy Falzer too. She did a childhood picture of herself too. It looks like she'd be someone that I'd have fun playing with at that age.
Oh, I see our drummer up there, Mark.
And our drummer, Mark Rio,
And evidently every member of his family is having a birthday in January.
Yes, there was a lot of busyness happening 9 months before that, right? And then we have, I also want to give a shout out to one more person, Danette Harith. I always mispronounce her name. I was it Harith, thank you. And I want to give her a shout out. She's one of the unsung heroes of our Sunday services. She creates these beautiful PowerPoint presentations, puts them together every week. She is a wonderful, wonderful spirit, and her face rarely gets put up here, so I really want to give a shout out and a thanks to her. But all of our January babies, including myself, we all get the honor of being sung to by our own Kevin Conlon. So, Kevin?
Yes, that's right. And I'm January 11th. I didn't get my picture up there.
Okay, Kevin.
Same as Katie. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! And just a reminder, if you are a February birthday baby, please take a picture and send admin@unityinnaperville.org an email. Send the picture in and give them your name and your birthday. You can leave off the year. That's totally fine. You can all still believe that I'm 12 years old. I'm cool with that. But yeah, please, because I mean, this is so much fun. Every month we have more and more pictures, and it's just fun to see all the faces up there. And now that's all the announcements I have. So now we're going to have a closing song that is oh so good.
Oh, so good. Here you go, Ben. So as we continue ringing in this new year, we continue spiraling upward, we continue unfolding, knowing that all we need is right here within us. Amen? Yes, and it's oh so good. So you'll see the blank. I'll say a word. You fill it in, okay? You just repeat after me, like this. I've got the truth of God in me.
I've got the truth of God in me.
I've got everything I need.
I've got everything I need.
I've got it all. I've got it made. I've got it oh so good. And I've got the peace of God in me.
I've got the peace of God in me.
I've got everything I need.
I've got everything I need.
I've got it all. I've got it made. I've got it oh so good. I've got the love of God in me.
I've got the love of God in me.
And I've got everything I need.
I've got everything I need.
I've got it all. I've got it made. I've got it oh so good. And I've got the power of God in me.
I've got the power of God in me.
And I've got everything I need.
I've got everything I need.
I've got it all. I've got it made. I've got it oh so good. Yes, we do.
Amen. We've got it oh so good. Oh so good. Well, thank you for joining us in our service today. To cap off the service, we end with a closing affirmation. And if you're new to Unity, this is what we call our prayer of protection. And it's a wonderful way, I think, to surround ourselves for the new year and to remind us that we are protected, that we are of source. So let's say this all together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. See you next week.
Blessings.
Bye.